Guys, I'm super impressed with this machine right here. This car scored a full 5-star ASEAN NCAP crash rating. Not only that, it's currently number 1. It has the highest score among all the cars out there. Number 2, this car is the fastest accelerating Proton here. Number 3, this car is the fastest car in Malaysia where you can buy for just above 100,000 ringgit. Number 4, this car, despite its size look very small, right, it's actually larger than Proton X70. And number 5, this right here is obviously our first national EV car here in Malaysia. That's right, this right here is the brand new 2025 Proton E.Mas 7, and I can't wait to show you guys everything about this car because there's so many things to talk about. The exterior, the interior, the design, the technology, the features and everything in between. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. Alright guys, now let's talk about the exterior styling of this car. Firstly, the colors. You have 5 different colors to choose from. You have silver, you have grey, you have white, and you have 2 very interesting colors. One would be this, the turquoise green, which in my opinion looks the best because this color looks really stunning. And the second will be pink. Yes, you get to choose pink as an option. How cool is that, right? Now another thing I also noticed, right, is the dimension of this car is actually, pictures and videos don't do it justice. They look kind of small on pictures and videos, but this car, to put it to perspective, it is actually much larger than Proton X70 and slightly lower as well, because this car, they consider this as a C-segment SUV with a D-segment interior because inside it's very spacious. I can't wait to show you guys inside later. So yeah, the exterior styling, you can see, it actually looks very neat. From the front, you can see how aggressive it is, especially with this fully LED headlights, right? The way it's angled, tilted this way to give you a very fierce look. You have the daytime running light that runs across here all the way towards here. It's nicely smoked out. The bottom, you have this very clean and uncluttered front bumper with the Proton logo proudly presenting right in the middle. So I've actually preferred this bumper than the China one because the China one actually have a lot of holes in it. It looks very messy. This one, you can see, it's just one clean bodywork, which I prefer much more. Alright, and then the bottom here, you can see if opening. This one is an active grille shutter which open and closes depending when you need air or not. Once it closes, it actually improves aerodynamic. And then the side here, now this one, a lot of people actually asked why they didn't come with the ones with illumination here, just like the ones from China, because I'm not sure why, but this one I can definitely tell later on when this car goes into production, people collected this car, aftermarket people will definitely start to install because they already have the lining here already, so they just have to install the lighting. Okay, and then also you have front parking sensors here. So this front parking sensor only available for the premium, so you have 2 specs to choose from. You have the Prime, which costs around 106,000, and you have the Premium, which costs 120,000. So that's a 14,000 difference. So the difference from the front is pretty subtle. Firstly, obviously, like I said, is the front parking sensors right there. Alright, and then you also have the active grille shutter, only available for the full spec. As you head towards the side, the biggest takeaway would definitely be the wheels itself, because the Prime comes with 18-inch wheels, whereas the Premium, which is this car, comes with a much larger 19-inch wheel. The design is really cool, 19-inch alloy wheel. You have this blade design. The suspension on this car also has been revised, has been retuned for the Malaysian market. It's slightly stiffer to give you a better ride comfort and also a better body control. Alright, just take a look at the side profile, guys. Right, the proportion of this car is actually not too bad. You got a very sporty SUV style, coupe style design. Just take a look at this back end right here. Doesn't that remind you of the Porsche Macan in a good way for a much affordable price? Okay, so you also have this flushed door handles which pop up when you unlock it. Right, nowadays a lot of cars will have this, very futuristic. And then you head towards the side. I like this part here, the rear shoulders. It just sticks out. You have a very muscular rear haunches here. Alright, then we head towards the back. Now the lights on this car also looks really beautiful. Alright, you have this full 3-dimensional LED tail light, a full width that runs across from here all the way towards here. And then you got some design right here, you see. You have these lines right here. Yeah, it's pretty intricate, but I'm pretty sure at night this car will look really good. You have the Proton lettering spread out here, the E.Mas logo in blue color because it's an EV. Yeah, the back end is actually very clean as well. And then to pop open the boot, you just have to press this button right here next to the rear camera, and it reveals quite a good amount of storage space, I would say. Here are my viewing gears. So yeah, you can see it goes all the way in. You can fold the seats down if you want to. Alright, then here also the lip is actually not very high up, so you want to carry heavy stuff, it's actually not too bad. Yeah, that's all for the exterior. So now let's head inside and check out the interior. Now, just before we check out the interior, firstly, let me mention about the charging capacity in this car. So the Prime, the low spec one, actually comes with a 49.52 kilowatt hour battery, which gives you around 345 kilometers of range, whereas this, the Premium, comes with 60 kilowatt hour battery that gives you around 410 to 420 kilometers of range. Now, I've heard actually they actually can go to much higher than that, so they actually undervalued it. So yeah, we'll find out in the future. Okay, so there's this one for AC, they actually support 11 kilowatt hour charging. As for DC, it goes all the way up to 100 kilowatt hour. Okay, so that's around, if you use AC, it takes around 6 hours to charge to full. If for DC, it takes around 20 minutes to go from 30% all the way to 80%, which is not too bad. It's actually quite fast, alright? Because if you take a break, right, 20 minutes, by then it's already charged to 80%. Yeah, not bad. So now, to enter the interior, right, firstly, let me just take the keys. I just want to show you because it's pretty interesting. So this is the keys for it. Now, you get both black and white, one black and one white. You can see it's so simple, right? Simplicity, minimalistic. Yeah, so cute, alright? So here you have the lock, unlock, and then you have the power tailgate here. So obviously you don't have to use it because if you walk towards it, it detects you, it pops open the door. Now, once I open up, you're immediately greeted by this very beautiful interior. Now, if initially when you look at it, right, it's like black color interior, right? But it's not. It's actually finished in indigo blue. It's a deep blue that is very subtle, which I absolutely love because I like colors that it's not easy to tell unless you really pay attention to it. Yeah, so everything here, the seats, everything you see, it's all finished in this deep dark blue. Yeah, it looks really stunning. So this is the door panel on the side, very clean, alright? And then from the seats itself, so this one, the full spec, actually comes with 16 speakers instead of 6 speakers. So that's the Fly Me sound system, alright, which includes here on the headrest itself. So let's say you're listening to music, you get a full audio experience because your ears are just behind this, alright, because your ears are just in front of this, so you get the full audio. Alright, the seats are so comfortable. You have some Proton design here on the side. Alright, the full spec also comes with front ventilated seats, and you can also electronically adjust the seats itself, because if the Prime one you only can adjust for the driver side, the passenger you don't have, but for this you can adjust for both itself. Let's take the seat inside. Let me just shut the door for a moment. Yeah, just check out the cabin. Alright, the steering wheel is so sporty. You got the squared up top and bottom. You got this single spoke floating steering wheel itself, again finished in this very nice blue color. Yeah, feels very nice, very sporty. Okay, so here you have the digital instrumental cluster, which shows you your car, your tire pressure here, your speed. Alright, and then you got this massive screen, which you have a lot of things you can do here. Okay, now one thing I love about this car, right, is you have this. Alright, this one, right, because a lot of cars nowadays, EV cars, right, everything has to go inside the screen to adjust stuff, but this one, they actually place this for you, which is very useful. So if you turn this, you notice, alright, yes, it actually turns up and down the volume, alright. But if you give it a press on this, you can see it now shows you your air volume, so you can control both fan speed and your media volume from this, which is really useful. So it's a multi-functional one. You can also change different things. If you hold on to this, you can see there are other settings you can change as well, the shortcuts. Yeah, not too bad, right? Okay, so the screen itself, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. You have all the things here. This one has level 2 ADAS system. Now this car actually scored a full 5-star ASEAN NCAP rating. Is actually the highest so far, the highest, literally the #1. It's got over around 92-something% out of 100, which is very good. Okay, it's very, give us a confidence when we buy this car. It's actually very safe. Alright, so yeah, so other things you can do, yeah, you can display mode, you can change a lot of things. Yeah, the voice, assisted driving, like I said, you have the ICC, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, pre-collision assist, alright, intelligent reminder, connection, you can connect. Now this car, if you're wondering whether this car has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, sadly they don't have it yet, but probably I will assume this, they said this will be the second car to have that after the Proton X70 facelift. So yeah, don't worry, I assume they will have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on this car as well. Alright, so then the bottom here, you have some keys here. Alright, for your AC, you have auto, on, off. Okay, I like how the design here is like this brushed feeling. It's also finished in this blue color design. Okay, if you want a very clean look, you just close it. If you don't want, you open it up. You've used 2 cup holders to put your things. Here also you can put your touch and go card if you want to. Right, I'm not sure if you can fit, but I think it does. Alright, and then here you have 2 for you to put your phone. This one has wireless charging, very convenient. This one's very nice. You open this up, it reveals some space inside to put your things, okay? And one of my favorite thing about this car, right, is that they placed the gear shifter on the stock itself, on the lever behind the steering wheel itself, just like Mercedes. To me, right, this is actually the best position to place a gear shifter because you don't have to put your hand off the steering wheel. You can just do like this. You want to go to reverse, you just push on the brake, push up, it goes to reverse, you push down, it goes to D, you just push the button inside here on the side, press, it goes to park. Yeah, so easy, right? You don't have to fiddle around with the center console. Yeah, well done, Proton. Another thing I forgot to mention is that on the high-spec variant, it comes with head-up display. So if you look all the way in front there, there's actually a head-up display that shows you your speed and everything. Okay, and another thing would be, this car also comes with a panoramic sunroof only for the high-spec. Alright, so if you, let's say you just go to here, this one, if you press on this, alright, just give it a tap. And then first you can open the sunshade or you can open the sunroof. So if you slide this open, it opens up the sunshade. So you can see it elegantly does it, slides all the way smoothly, all the way towards the end where your rear passenger can also enjoy the view behind. And then you can open the sunroof for ventilation. You slide this down, you can see the way it opens. Alright, you can even use voice recognition to actually close it and open as well. So let's talk more about the steering wheel itself. So here, right, you have a shortcut key which you can set to whatever you want. So if you press on this, it straight away immediately brings up the 360 camera, which is very clear, you can see. Alright, because we all know that the Proton X50, X70 also is a very clear and high resolution cameras. So this one also you have it, right? So you can see the side view, you can see behind, you can see the back side as well. You can, alright. And then another thing is here on the instrumental cluster. So if you want to control, right, you just press on this button right here. So it pops up some menu, so you can go through. Alright, you got media, then it shows you your power consumption, your current trip, alright, and your tire pressure. Yeah, that's about it. It's pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, I guess that's about it for the interior. Now let's check out the back seats. Open up the back door. You can see inside. Yeah, it looks very spacious, right? Because it actually is. If you take a seat inside, notice how much legroom I have inside here, and it's very comfortable, alright? Because the seats, right, if you're sitting behind here, it's actually very well inclined. Alright, so in longer distance journey, you actually feel very comfortable inside here. Because you can see, you can just lie down. The seats are also soft and plush. Like when I say soft, I really mean it. If you touch it, right, if you come to experience it yourself, just give it a press. It's actually very soft and comfortable. Everything is very premium, very nice, okay, all nice to touch. You open this up right here, right, you got another 2 cup holder for you to put your things. Okay, then here you have 2 AC vents, bottom you have some slot to put your things. Here also, yeah, everything is finished in indigo blue, and you don't have the tunnel here because it's an EV, so the third person who sits in the middle can sit here very comfortably. Yeah, just check out the interior space. And yeah, that's about it, guys, for my review of our first national EV car here in Malaysia, the Proton E.Mas 7, especially in this stunning turquoise green color itself. Alright, now this car will assume that in a not too distant future you will get to see a lot of this on the road because a lot of people actually made purchase bookings onto this car already. Now they're just waiting for delivery because I'm not surprised because this car for the price, right, you get so many. It's a great overall, it's a great value for money kind of car. Alright, you get the 0 to 100 in just 6.9 seconds, a very beautiful, luxury, cozy, spacious, comfortable interior with the indigo blue leather, alright, and then the exterior styling also, it looks very aggressive, very futuristic. Yeah, what more else can you ask for, right? So yeah, well done, Proton. So this car, I can't wait to actually take this out in the future for a long run to test it how it feels like living with this car. Alright, so yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please remember to like, subscribe and share with friends, and I shall catch you guys next time. Ciao.